This is my tutorial of how to create a professional looking film magazine. Firstly, we made the title. We got this type of typography from DaFont. We then went over to our layer, double clicked on it and clicked on the drop shadow. With this effect we played around the distance, the spread and the size to create a really dark background to the really dark shadow effect around the title to make it stand out. This is seen in many other film magazines. We created a banner over the top by using a square, and we made this colour quite dark to match the background. On top of this we put special effects, must see before the year's out. This gives a very urgent effect and the readers will feel like they have to read this now and then. We then made a pug, which we put this in a different layer. We created a circle, we created another circle on top, which is this part, and we just cut this out and flipped it over to make it on top, and then we painted underneath and then toned the opacity down with the paint so that this could have a shadowing effect underneath, and then we just rubbed out the typography underneath so it looked as though it was going under the sticker. We created this by also using a DaFont typography. We created this shadow effect underneath by also double clicking and clicking on the drop shadow, where we use the spread and the size to create a very blackening effect because the white of her vest top was overtaking this grey look we had. The Wild Fear is done with also another typography from DaFont, and we've just duplicated the layer multiple times by going on layer and duplicate and placing this behind, putting the typography in black instead, which then gave this a heightening effect and it stood out and it looks like it's jumping out towards our readers. We put the price and the barcode and the website down below and the issue date and the date of the magazine up at the top in the corner. This is done in many other magazines like Total Film. This is to keep it away from the main effects that are eye-catching. With our main image we cut her out using the lasso tool, the magnetic lasso tool. We cut her out and we placed her on top of this wood effect background, which we have toned down the lighting to give it a darkening effect, which links back to our trailer, which is obviously set in the woods location. We brightened her up to make, because it's a very dark colour scheme that we're going for, and we want the main image to still stand out and be very in the reader's kind of face to make them catch her eye. And then on the side we have our cover lines, where we used all different kind of sizes for our texts to make it stand out, and the typography is very plain and simple, whereas the top matches the background and then around these areas match the title of the film, because that is the main effect we are trying to go for.